Good morning all. Teachers, we talk a lot about reading skills in classroom. And when we talk about reading skills, do you really understand why we do this discussion again and again? See, reading is not only just to make them read something in a robotic way. Reading itself comes with a lot of learning objectives. I just want to explain with one small example with you. I have a gap education book of grade 4 with me where there is a chapter on Lieutenant Bharti Asha Sahai Chaudhary. Now, when I am going to start with this chapter, actually as soon as I saw the chapter at a glance, the first word LT, that is lieutenant. Now when you see LT, honestly speaking, grade 4 will not be able to understand what this LT stands for. Correct. In the same way, when I move forward, the chapter speaks about Indian National Army INA. Correct. But before independence, there was no Indian Army. So these were the two things that immediately hit me. Now, again, coming back to it. So when I am going to start this chapter, I will first of all talk about the basic scenario, the setting of the context. When you are starting with any kind of comprehension, any kind of reading, it has to start with a context setting. So I may talk to them about, okay fine, children, do you have idea about Indian Army? They will come up with their answers. But I am talking about Indian Army before freedom struggle. See whether they are getting confused or not. If they are not getting confused, confuse them more, because that confusion will give curiosity. Correct. So then definitely your open-ended questions should lead them to, sir, we were not having Indian Army before independence. No, we were not having Indian Army, but we were having Indian National Army, INA. Do you know about it? If you are lucky enough, you will get the answer from anyone as Subhash Chandra Bose. If you know, continue with your open-ended question and lead them to Subhash Chandra Bose. From there, you can come to your Lieutenant Bharti Asha Sahai Chaudhary. When you are talking about lieutenant word itself has a typical spelling. Correct? And the short form is LT. These two things you have to address using the green board. After that, come back to your story. Okay. Now, do you know that there was a lady with name this? She was Indian freedom fighter. She joined INA and she was born in, look in the book, she was born in, they will immediately look into the book and they will give you the answer as 1928. Where she was born? Ask them to figure out the answer. This way you carry on. Yes, I am talking about the reading. But before reading, there should be a context. What are they going to read? Otherwise, it will be simply robotic reading without any learning outcomes along with it. Okay. Now, once you have set the context that you are talking about a lieutenant who was the part of Indian National Army, she sacrificed for nation, and in 1946 she came back to India. 2017 she was honored. In 2025 she left. She died. Correct. This is the sequence of the story. Correct. Once you set this scenario with few open-ended questions, few explanations, now start the actual reading part. Right. Now it should come from them. One child should not read the whole. First. Second, the selection must be random, not in sequence. So they will start. Lieutenant Bharti. Now you have to teach them the pauses here. Okay. Lieutenant Bharti Asha Sahai Chaudhary. So when you ask them to read, you yourself start reading first. Let them follow you. She was Indian freedom fighter. Teenage warrior. So stop the reading there only. Can you figure out teenage warrior? Where is it written? What do you mean by teenage over here? Explain. What is a warrior? Explain. And then she was from Indian National Army INA. Now since you explained INA earlier only, they can easily relate and then throw a question immediately. Who actually was the founder of INA? Subhash Chandra Bose must come as the answer from the whole class. Okay. Now, she was born in, now start again the reading. Parents of Indian origin. In Japan, her parents were of Indian origin. Grade 4. They won't be able to understand the meaning of it. So, what I am trying to say is, when the reading is going on, the person over there has to intervene in between and keep them understanding the passage as a whole. Number 1. Number 2. There are too many spellings that can be taught to them using this one particular comprehension. It's first of all, of course, lieutenant, courageous, warrior, teenage, women combat unit. Now you have to tell them what is women combat unit and the spelling of it. So first learning objective that you are achieving from here is the spellings along with the correct meaning. Then comes the pronunciation part. Okay. So when they are pronouncing it wrong, you have to intervene. They have to do the corrections. Third one is, which is very interesting, whenever any such, in fact any reading part when you are going in, please train them for 5W1H. Who the story is about, where the lady was born, where she got honored, why she got the honor, when did she die, when she was born, and how she contributed in the freedom fight. 5W1H. Correct. Let them read, let them find out the answers and let them put it across. Last, you are having a story about a lady. Can we have laminated sheets now with them. If you have a laminated sheet like this, you can just ask them, okay children, we have read the paragraph. Everybody quickly draw the sequence chart over here. They have to draw the sequence chart. Birth, joining, contribution, honoring and death. Correct? Some will do it properly, they'll show you. Some will do some mistake, you have to do the correction. So sequence chart could be one, you can say the exit activity, you can say the closure of the period, you can say the assessment of understanding. And next time when you are entering in class, can you start your class with, can anyone retell me the story of Asha Sahai, what we discussed in last class? Let them retell. A quick recap. So as soon as they will start digging to the last day, they will immediately get connected to that and then they will focus on what next is coming up. Thank you.